my mate today, and we've got a 2013 BMW 320d, which has got an awful knocking noise coming from the driver's side front. I think you lot might know where this is going. Now, you may have taken your vehicle for an MOT and have been advised on a slight knocking on the driver's side front. Now, what a lot of people do is, oh yeah, you need a steering rack. Well, you don't. There is a repair for it, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it now. To decipher this noise, get your wheel and give it a tap like that, and you can hear it. And also, if you grab it in the steering rack end and give it a wobble, you can hear it knocking as well. Now, this is fairly simple to do. Now, the part that we need to replace is just behind this little cover here, this little cap. Now, there is a special tool for it, which is that one there. Now, to get it off, what we need to do is have a wire brush and give that end a cap. And a damn good cleaner rooney. Now it's all nice and clean. What I've done, I've put a little yellow mark at the top there so we know exactly where it needs to go back. And we can get our tool now, put it in, like so. Grab yourself a 24mm spanner and take that cap out. Now, once we've got that little cap off, we come into the steering rack. Now we have got, there's a tiny little spring that we need to just remove. Be careful with it. Put it out the way. Now, if we grab this wheel, see that moving inside, we can get a pair of pliers now, pointing those pliers, and that part will come out, and that is the faulty part. A little bit like this. Couldn't get the shot. Pair of pliers, and it will pull out like so. And there you have it. That part is now out. Now, as you can see, what wears on them are these little pads here. Now, they have been updated. We have got a brand new one from BMW, and that is the part number that you need. It comes as a complete kit. Now, that is a revised one, the new one. As you can see, they've got little wear blocks on them. All we've got to do now is get a tiny little bit of grease, a bit of lithium grease, and slide that in. Right, now we've got a little bit of grease on that thrust bush, rack guide, whatever you want to call it. You can get it in, and it just pushes it. I don't know, I reckon. Can you see it? It just pushes in, like so. Like that. You might have to just use a little bit of force with your thumb, and it will slide down nice and snug. Now, in the kit as well, you also get a new washer, a new spring, which is blue in colour. The original one is green. What I do, put a tiny little bit of grease on the end of it, and what it does, it helps it stick on that plastic part a little bit better, and then we can get that top back on. Now we need to get the cap back on. Now, what I've done on this also is put a little bit of grease in it. I might have to put the camera down because I might need two hands, and we can just screw it on. Make sure you don't cross thread it, because that's the last thing you want to be doing. Now, this is the most crucial part, tightening it up. Now, a lot of people are going to say, oh, there's a proper tool for doing that, or you've got to do it this way, you've got to do it that way. I have done no end of these, and I've never, ever, ever had a problem with the way I do it. Now, the caps that you tighten up, I put it pretty much flush to the steering rack, like so. And if I can just put my camera somewhere now, and I'll show you. If you put them too tight, you cannot turn that wheel on lock to lock, nice and easy. And if you don't put it tight enough, you're going to get that knocking come back. But that now is absolutely perfect. Now, once you've done it all, and before you put that belly pan on with all these absolute millions and gazillions of screws, what I like to do, get my marker pen and mark it back up to the original mark that I put there for the old cap. As you can see, you might not be able to see, the lights too bright, like that. Anyway, let's get these panels back on. Now, before we lower the vehicle straight down to the ground, what we need to do, grab this 9 o'clock or 3:15 or 9:15, whatever you want to do, and give it a shake side to side, and make sure that you've got no play there whatsoever. Right, let's get it off the ramp. Now we've got the vehicle off the ramp, grab your steering wheel, go full lock left to right, and make sure it's nice and easy to turn. And then what we need to do is go over a little bit of a rough ground and make sure that it's not knocking. because this vehicle was knocking quite bad from the driver's side previous to the repair. Absolutely perfect. And there you have it. That is one repair of a BMW steering rack. Oh, I tell you what, it's been a cold all day today. Blue skies, cold day. You'll be surprised how many of these that I leave in customers' cars. Steering wheel rack. Lock it up. Let's get home. Anyway, it's been a long day. Let's get it done.